Hello one and all, this is Hybridsteel. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video for Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. Today we're going to be doing the Bolt Reptilia, which is basically car number 34 of the story. Now I'm pretty sure these go up to car 50, but as we'll go through this, we'll undo this as we go. So we're going to put the car up on the lift, read through the email the customer sent me, and then from there we'll go from there. Okay, so I got this car as an old racer. I can do crazy on the racetrack. I basically wants it all fixed up, change the oil, spray with the factory paint. So we're basically doing everything to do with the bodywork. So everything needs to be replaced or repaired. Then we need to spray the factory colour. Then we do an oil change and figure out what else is wrong with this car. Since we have got to level 30, we can now do the welding and we can clean up the inside of the car as well, just basically to make everything a little bit more shiny and clean. Gives the customer a little bit of a nicer car as well. And if this car wants to be resprayed, we have to fix the bodywork and the structure of the car itself because of the rust and all the issues that will come through the paintwork. Okay, so we're going to go to the shop and we are going to buy everything Bolt Reptilia R2 when it comes to the actual bodywork as well. So we need 2 standard license plates. The customer can change those at any time they wish, but we just need to make it legal. And then we're going to buy everything to do with the bodywork. So here we go. Okay, so now we're going to drop every single bit that I've just bought onto the car itself, just so we've got a whole basis to work on as well. Also with the old panels, and we can't repair those until we get to level 35. So level 34, we're just going to replace everything, get it all sprayed up so it's all nice and new. Then we're going to work on the car itself. Okay, so that's all the bodywork done. Now let's look in the under part of the car and see what we need to mess with. First off, we're going to take the wheels off. Everything looks fairly clean, so we're just going to be focusing on the brakes. As you can see, the fuel pump is actually a little bit rusted out as well, so we're probably going to have to replace that or make a new one. But it looks like there's going to be issues throughout the whole of the car. It's not just focused in one area. As you can see by the twist on the actual camera there, we saw that the gearbox is probably knackered as well, so yeah, that's pretty gone, so we're going to have to work up there as well. So the best thing to do is get all these bits off. I think we're going to focus on the back section first, then we're going to work into the front, then we're going to work into the actual engine itself. There's not a lot to do in the back though, so this is just brakes. So yeah, this will be fast forwarded. Okay, so we're going to take apart one of the tyres, or one of the wheels and the rims, and then we're probably going to order in 4 brand new rims, 4 brand new tyres, just so well, it's clear in my conscience that we did a good job. Okay, so we're going to do the wheels and the tyres now. This just basically means when I finish with the axles and the suspension, I put the wheels back on. Shouldn't need to do anything else after that. So this will be fast forwarded as well. Okay, so that's the tyres done. What we're going to do is we're going to try and repair what we can. I think it might be a little bit futile and we might have to be buying some stuff. So here's another little bit that we're going to speed up. Okay, so now we're going to replace the bits that we took off the car. This is the rear axle part. This is the brake disc. Okay, brake disc going on. Then we'll go to the pads, then we'll go to the calipers, and then we'll put the wheel back on. That's one side done. Let's work on the other side, which needs exactly the same parts. So the solid drive axle, that goes on, brake disc, brake pad, brake caliper, and the back wheel. Okay, let's move on to the front, shall we? What we do here is we're going to get rid of all the stuff that we're not using, so we don't get things confused, so we don't order extra when it comes to actually doing stuff for the front and the engine as well. We're supposed to better put the pump back as well, to be honest. All good. Right, let's work on the front then, shall we? As you can see, we're slowly working on bits. We've repaired and replaced the bodywork. We need to change the oil, and then we need to spray the car. Okay, so front wheel comes off, we're looking to the brake, we're looking to the caliper and the pad again. And as you can see, the centre of this brake has been knackered as well. So that's the wheel hubcap. Rest of it looks all great, so I think we'll be fine here. We'll probably do the same on the other side. We'll take off the same parts and we'll have a look. As you can see, the wheel hubcap was knackered as well on this side as well. We'll take the pad and the caliper off, should do. And the disc as well. Then everything else is pretty much fine, so we'll replace this up right now. See if we can replace it. Everything that we can try to replace is done, so we still need to order the discs, the pads and the hubcaps as well. Okay, and we're going to put all this back now, and this should be the front axle done. Well, the front section done, sorry. Okay, so that's the front and the backs, where the wheel section's completely done. Now on to the engine, and well, I'm sort of not looking forward to this because this is where all the main issues are going to be, I feel. Okay, so we'll take the servo out, we'll take the battery out, we'll take everything out. We're going to have to take the gearbox out because the gearbox is knackered. By the looks of it, the oil filter's gone as well. Radiator needs replacing or repairing, so we'll do that as well. The throttle's gone as well on this one. It looks clean. Oh, there's a little bit of wear in there. There you go, just a little bit of wear, but we'll replace it anyway. Okay, so if you guys are preferring this style of video where I actually explain what I'm doing, please hit me down in the comment section below, because some people have actually asked for these videos to be a little bit longer for the actual description of what I'm actually doing in the videos. So that would be awesome to hear from you guys as well. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe and notifications button below for all other updates, and we'll just carry on doing this video. So hope you guys are enjoying it and enjoying the sweet, calm music of an acoustic set. Okay, so the brake servo going back on. The ABS pump and the module have to be put back on as well because we've had to buy new. Let's get the oil filter box and the base and the filter back in. Okay, so now the radiator and the fan. Okay, and now we need to remove the gearbox and the starter. We need to lift the car up, remove the gearbox and the starter. Then we need to drop the car back down, take the engine out, and then we can repair from there. Okay, so that's the starter coming off, and the gearbox has to come off as well. And obviously we're going to have to replace the bearing, the plate, the flywheel, and so on. Okay, so we need to remove the up parts of the exhaust that are attached to the engine because we're going to need to drag the engine out of the car. And we'll do the oil change at the same time. Okay, so let's get the engine out of the car then, shall we? Because this is where it's going to cause a little bit more issue. Depending on how bad the engine is depending on how much of a strip down we're going to have to do, how many parts we're going to have to buy, how many parts we're going to have to repair, and so on. That's the joys of doing this, I suppose. So the engine's on the mount, as you can see, and we know that some of it does need replacing. So if we sell up all the stuff that we don't need, we'll keep the drive shaft and the two parts of the exhaust, get rid of the gearbox, get rid of the radiator, and keep the starter as well. And then from there, we're all good. Okay, we definitely need to buy a new gearbox, and that's the gearbox ordered. Right, on to the strip down then. Okay, so all this is going to be fast forwarded because we're just stripping down the engine. So we're taking off the bearing, the plate, the flywheel, the throttle, and anything else that's a bit rusted up and a bit mangled. The oil filter does need to come off, and then from there we'll just take off what we need to, repair and replace everything, and the fuel rails need to be done. And then from there we'll put everything back together, either brand new or refurbished. Okay, so when we were looking around in the engine bay, the actual belts looked like they were a bit worn out, so we're probably going to have to replace those as well. So basically everything that's not 100% I'm replacing, and the reason why is just because this car is going to be used by the customer to do whatever he's going to do, and I prefer, if it's going to be a point, I'm going to have to replace everything brand new anyway, so yeah, this is the reason for it. Okay, so now we're going to put the engine back together with brand new and remodeled parts, and then basically that should be the car for the most of it. Obviously we've got to do a respray and put the oil in, but they're just quite small parts, so I'm probably going to be fast forwarding the rest of this video. So thank you very much for joining me in this video. This has been Hybridsteel, and if you have enjoyed this, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe and notifications button below for all other updates, live streams and whatever else I do on this channel. And until then, have fun, peace out and enjoy everything you guys do. Bye bye.